What lovely weather. Excellent to have a short preview of the electric Škoda Enyaq IV. An SUV which is only a little smaller than the Kodiaq, but is, like I've already mentioned, fully electric. And this is not just some city crawler, as this particular version with 80 kilowatt hours can drive for almost 500 kilometers. There's a lot of trash in the world today, especially a lot of plastic waste. So one of the things that you could do is buy a big ship, a tanker or something, and go to the ocean and pick up all that plastic waste and then maybe sell it to the car industry. Why the car industry, you ask? Well, because this car has, in part, some recycled plastic, namely, apparently, the plastic bottles that you used to drink water from or soda or whatever you do. And yeah, you're basically sitting on it because all of this leather, in part, apparently, is made out of recycled plastic, which I think is pretty interesting. So you're basically sitting on your bottles that you've drank in your life, technically. And I have to say that despite the bad condition of this road, it's actually quite comfortable in here. And considering that it's got 21-inch wheels as well. This is just a very short preview of this car, this electric Škoda. But I have to say, the first thing that you notice, well, there's a few things you noticed immediately when you sit in the car. One is the really, really large screen, the infotainment. Unfortunately, it's not really built into the dashboard, it juts out of the dashboard. Not what I would do, but it looks quite impressive considering how big it is. I'm not so sure about fingerprints and such. The second thing is this dashboard itself and the material, the soft material on it. It's almost like a velour or something like that. It's obviously some sort of recycled material, but it feels nice. It looks very nice. It looks quite sort of premium. Just not sure how well it's going to be cleaned after a while, especially if you have kids. Otherwise, this is all flooded, so it's a very good thing we have an electric car. It feels very nice. It's obviously an electric car, so it drives very nicely. It's very planted on the road, even though we haven't really tried very much. But the steering wheel feels excellent with this perforated leather. It can be heated, 3 different levels of heating. You've got heated seats. This quasi-leather is very comfortable as well. And the interesting thing is you've got this giant infotainment screen on the center dashboard, yet here in the center for the instrument cluster you get a tiny little screen that's actually smaller than your average smartphone. However, that doesn't really matter because you have a pretty sizable head-up display at the front, all color of course, and I've always said that the heads-up displays are one of the best techie gadgets you can get in a car. It's not really just a fluke. It's actually a very practical, very nice, even safety-oriented gadget because you don't have to look down all the time. You just look slightly down and you still see the road. People want SUVs and electric cars. This is both and has a fair bit of range. Sure, the range will go down on the motorway, the heat pump is an optional extra and the prices are not exactly low, but I still think this is going to sell. The base Škoda Enyaq with a 60 kilowatt-hour battery starts at 40,000 euros. I'm hoping we can do a proper test in the near future.